Hello, everyone.
Hello there.
You won't believe it, but we're talking about single line still. Uh,
Single line suicide note for the third week running.
and we're not complaining, we're
Oh,
just astonished as to the richness
yes,
being held by it.
yes.
And it's that suicide note from the 18th century, all this buttoning and unbuttoning. And it encapsulates so many things that we still struggle with in different forms and so on. And the reason why we have this conversation today, in some ways, it ties into last week's conversation where we spoke about the unmasking or the unbuttoning of masks that we wear, where we're not always authentic. Um, but we had a request to talk about things in general that
Mm,
we have to unbutton from.
mm, yes. And if you look at it in that way, that's like we said last week's would be one of those things.
Mm,
But there are so many things in our lives where we don't feel free.
yeah.
We feel as if we are um, in tight clothing, where we feel cramped. And I think if one could, even though we're in the second month of the year, I'm still looking ahead at the year and looking at how full our diaries are already getting, and thinking of what are the things that we'll have to unbutton from, um, make things uh, fewer or less hectic, so that we will be able to do the work that we want to do, and to really look at that in terms of all areas of our lives,
Yes.
because
Yes.
doesn't just it's not just our diaries. That's for
No. No.
I think about something like diet. What
Mm.
are we so attached to in terms of that's not even healthy for us?
Mm.
We find it so difficult to let go of things, even if we know it's not good for us.
Yes.
There's something in us as humans that struggle with letting go of patterns, things that make us feel safe, even though it's a false belief,
Yeah.
things that give us a sense of, take sugar or coffee, or uh, that makes us feel nurtured, or gives us a nostalgic feeling of being back home, and
Mm.
or in my granny's kitchen with a malva pudding or whatever.
Mm.
And we struggle to let go of those things. It feels like we have to let go of things that are just too important.
Yeah. And somehow it ties into, and now I'm maybe making too much of a leap, but it also ties into a certain sense of scarcity
Mm.
because we say for instance, I want to treat myself at the end of a very difficult day, so I stop at the shop and I buy a slab of chocolate and I eat it myself. And then when you ask me, so what did you get? And say, I bought a chocolate, and you say, but you know it's not good. Don't take that away from me as well.
Yeah, if you take away that, that's all I have.
That's all that's the little that I have in this life.
Yeah,
Do you uh, does it make sense? I
yeah,
mean, it's a sense of scarcity. If I don't have that, I don't have anything.
yeah. Or I don't see the worth or the enjoyment or um, yeah, the pleasure of being good to myself. Really,
Yes,
in
yes.
good ways. I think that's a big thing for me in terms of what should I unbutton from that is not serving me or my body.
Mm.
That is really not healthy for me, and that is making me unfree in my body because I don't feel well, or I don't sleep well, or all of those things. So there's a big need to go and sit down and look at different areas of my life and see what are the things that could be, that I could go without, and that will make me feel truly free, truly like I can breathe, like I can actually move, I can function so much easier. But it's in all levels. I mean, it can be a relationship.
Yeah, but I want to go as far as to say it's not only a letting go, it's also an adding to. And now let me
Yeah.
explain.
A buttoning up.
No, not
not,
even. It is an unbuttoning, but an unbuttoning of my resistance to do the good thing.
That's important.
It's
And that's across board.
and that's across board. So it's not only letting things go. It can be that something is added to my life because I unbutton the resistance to this good thing that can come into my life.
That might take you to the end of your comfort zone.
It might be.
It might not that be that easy to incorporate this thing into your life.
Yes.
But the results will be so much more expansive and free and liberating.
Yes. Yes.
And we are keeping ourselves bound up by
Yeah.
many beliefs, responsibilities,
Obligations.
but also we don't want to be taken out of our comfort zone.
No.
Our comfort.
Yeah.
Our comfort might be bad for us.
Yeah.
Not being active and not getting enough exercise, all of those things. So there's a huge unbuttoning that we have to do in terms of the things that we have put ourselves into.
Yes. And there's a big part of us. And strange, I mean, now that we talk this issue of scarcity, there's a big part of us that will settle for less. We'll settle for less. If it doesn't rock my boat, if it doesn't disturb my general program, I'll settle for less. I'm not willing to be stretched. I'm not willing to dare greatly, as Brené Brown said. I'll stay the way it is.
As long as it feels, yeah.
Yes. So in other words, in order to get to the unbuttoning, one has to look at your life and one has to say, am I free?
And do I want to be free?
Yes.
I mean, it comes with that wanting to live in a way that feels alive.
Because if you're comfortable in the way you are living, there won't be any longing to unbutton anything.
Yeah, and I think there's also it's again the scarcity that you think if I let go of this, nothing will be there to replace it or nothing better.
Yes.
So I'd rather settle for what I have than open myself up to I don't know what.
Yes.
But there's that energy principle that says you can sit in your life and actually complain about what you don't have in your life. But you're making your life so full of things.
Yeah.
In
different forms.
In different forms, that there really is no space for anything else to come into your life. So
yes.
The energy principle is if you want things to flow into your life, you have to let things go.
Yes.
You have to make the space, the emotional space, the energetic space, the physical space.
Yeah.
I mean, if we look at the amount of things that we have materially, and often it's something that you don't really enjoy or like, but you have it and you don't think that it will be replaced if you let it go.
Yeah.
And again, how to go about that might be another talk.
Yeah.
But just by, like you say, by unbuttoning the resistance to that.
Yes.
Is already a huge start.
It really is. And it's all about this flow, eh? I mean, the moment that happens, the next thing happens. And we often feel that we'll do it to our own detriment, but it's actually that's where the adventure starts. What did I hear or read this past week? Only written the one below the other. Take the risk. Take the risk.
Yo.
Take the risk. Take the risk. Take the risk. We playing it safe.
Yeah.
So, we gave the Afrikaans people homework. So you're not exempt. You get away every week listening to us. But now we're
Don't
going.
chase away our listeners.
But this week we want to ask or give the homework. Sit down and write the things that you want to unbutton from. What are the things that are tying you down? And it might involve some archaeological dig. Maybe you don't manage to do it in a single week. Maybe you stay with it for this year. But just to start this, because it's very interesting for us how this phrase, it somehow latches on to us.
Yeah.
So please, for your own sake, do the homework.
Yeah, and I'm planning on doing it as well.
I'm not going to, but I'm giving it.
You don't need to unbutton from anything, I see.
Keep well, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone.